half of a tenth of a degree, pretty tight tolerances. So, yep, that's pretty much how we do a dash bar. So we go about setting up a dash bar, at least on something like this, where say you have a notch kit. We're gonna go and essentially put these in. These are your lower A pillars. We'll set those, then use those to set the dash bar on, and then we have these nice fancy stands that we hose clamp to the floor structure. And then a hose clamp to the dash bar just holds everything a lot more steady. You're doing it at home, you might not have these. I recommend making them if you're doing more than one chassis. Very handy. Anyway, you can just use these and use like some jack stands or something like that. However you can hold it, that works. But I go about it by putting plumb bobs on it wherever it's straight, and then measuring back to the number 1 bar. So all of our dimensions are center to center, but we will go and put it essentially, I'll put the plumb bobs on the back edge of the tubing, and then I'll measure to the back edge of whatever I'm using to measure to. In this case it's the number 1 bar, so I'll measure from string to the number 1 bar, and that'll give me my total distance. And then this one's a little different because it's bent. Any of the straight ones are a lot easier, so the wider you can go, the better to get, make sure it's square, essentially. This one's a little bit more difficult because it's bent, so I got to go off of a much narrower area. But if you have a straight dash bar, then I would go, about as far out as you can go and still measure straight to somewhere, and that'll help you get it square a lot easier. And then use the notches on the lower A pillars to level it. So if you're not level, we always try and get it as level as possible, because one, this is the tube you're going to be looking at the most, so it's the one that is going to annoy you if it's not level, and it helps the rest of the cage fit right when everything is level. So use the notches, adjust them, obviously make them fit as best you can. They should fit pretty much perfect once you get them all cleaned up and everything. If it's a notch kit, then make sure it's perfectly level. That'll depend on your floor structure. If your floor structure isn't perfectly level, which hopefully it is, but if it's not, you might have to adjust your lower A pillar a little to get the dash bar level. And then that'll help make sure your upper A pillars are set correctly, and like your windshield bar and everything gets put in the right spot. A whole lot of stuff goes off of this. You may not think it does, but that'll help set A pillars in the right spot, which what part of your driver structure is built off of. So it's pretty important tube to have set correctly. This one being bent, a little bit more challenging, I guess, to make it centered, and it's a little bit more important to make it centered because that way you have the bends in the same spot, it's square, it looks right in the car. Essentially, you're not got it offset to one side a bunch. So centered, square, level, all the things, pretty important on the dash bar. Almost as important as the main hoop and the 15 bar. Not quite as important because obviously 15 bar you've got 4-link brackets and all that kind of stuff going off of, but still a very important tube. And yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. Plumb bobs. You can use pretty much any sort of, I would recommend a digital level. Please don't bubble level things. They work much better and they're much more accurate. You can get to within, this one goes to within 1/10 of a degree. So actually that one goes to within 5/100ths of a degree because it goes in 0.05 at a time. So 1/2 of a degree, pretty tight tolerances. So yep, that's pretty much how we do a dash bar.